What is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. Before we get into the chapter, though, I really want to discuss something very, very serious with y'all. As y'all are aware, I'm sure you're aware, there are changes coming to the YouTube policy system starting January 1st, 2020, and the actual thing is there's a deadline for this whole Kappa thing to be finalized by December 9th. So if that stuff actually gets finalized, our community is basically going to get screwed over, right? Our community is they're going to try to do the great cleansing upon our community, man. But I'm going to let y'all know right now, dog. I don't care who it is. I don't care where it's coming from, what attacks, what abilities. If that piece of paper that tells you what a kid's video and what's not a kid's video, if anyone can ever dissect that and let me know exactly what is either a kid's video or not a kid's video, hey, somebody let me know. Because I've contacted Kim Possible, I've contacted Eisen, I've contacted Ace Attorney, and all of them have come back to me saying, we don't know what you're talking about, God. And I'm like, alright, I understand. Me neither. So what that tells me is if no one knows, and we're all just left up in the air, then there's no need to worry. There is absolutely no need to worry, dog. You want to know why? Because I don't care if YouTube destroys this channel. I don't care if YouTube deletes it. If they decide to do whatever they want to do with it, man, they can take it. They can split it into a million pieces. They can take my videos, private them all, demonetize them all. I don't give a flying flag, nerds. Because what I can tell you is that the one thing they can't do is they can't touch me, dog. They can't touch me as a human being, as a physical creature. They ain't touching your boy, dog. And because they ain't touching your boy, then there's one thing that they can't stop, man. Not YouTube, not the FTC, not Kappa, and damn sure not the world government. They ain't gonna stop your boy from witnessing the best-selling manga in history. I don't care if I have to make the move to Twitch, to Mixer, to Twitter, OnlyFans, Patreon. Your boy is gonna keep talking about the GOAT because it's one piece, dog. Just like my boy John Cena told Vince McMahon, if you don't want me on this show, I love what I do. And I love the fact that I've been doing this. For me here on YouTube, I've been doing this for almost 7 years. And they provided an incredible platform for me to continue to do this and talk about the stuff that I love each and every single week. But if they no longer want me on here, dog, then I'm just going to go on and find another platform that wants me. And I'll go on there and do it on their platform, brother. You feel me? So it's up to them. Either they can get this whole business situated, or we out of here, Skip. And I'm going to let y'all know right now, man. So I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but no worries. No worries, man. I've had a channel taken down before. If they take down this one, fine. We'll move our talents to South Beach. You know what I'm saying, dog? Hey, Twitch looks pretty nice right now. Mixer, dudes are getting bills on Mixer, dog. Dudes are making more money on Mixer than I think they're making in the NFL. I mean, dudes are making cash. So, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know what the move is going to be, but we're out of here. If they don't decide to tighten up. But we'll see what happens. We'll just leave it up in the air. But for right now, man, ain't nothing to worry about on that end. Let's dive in and get right into chapter 963. Oh, there you go. I had to get some water, man. After cutting that promo, my throat was like, dog, feed me. Feed me, dog. I got you. We're in the somewhere, man. Chapter 963, Becoming Samurai. And then we switch right back over and we see Gang Bij's O Family Volume 13. The Germs pirate crew attacked the country while the king was away. What was that episode of Hey Arnold? Where the Germs were the main enemy? I don't remember. Dude, it's been years. But every time I see the word germ, I always think back to that episode. Yeah, it's just things that stick with you from whenever you're a kid, man. But anyways, let's get right into the chapter. Long, long ago. Bro, look at Zoe! Whoa, I didn't expect to see Zoe in this chapter. Oh, well, I guess it makes sense. The individuals washed up on the shore, and it was basically confirmed at the end, in the episode we watched this past week, that it's Inarashi Nekomamushi. So, but just seeing Zoe again, man. Centuries back, we Minks made a solemn vow. With the Gozuki clan of Samurai of Wano, we are family. Seeing the whale tree again, son, in real time. We promised that we would always assist one another when faced with hardships. We don't know when that time will come, but we. Wano, huh? Bro, look how cute they look, dog. I'd love to see the outside world. Yeah! And you see them right in front of it. You even see, dog! Don't even tell me. Dog, you can't tell me that's who I think it is, man. What was the name of the giraffe from Toys R Us? Jerry? Jerry the giraffe? Gerald? I don't know what that man's name was, dog. But whatever the giraffe from Toys R Us is, you can't tell me that's not him, dog. Yo, he transitioned over from Toys R Us to One Piece. No wonder he said screw Toys R Us. He said, dog, I'm out of here. I'm gonna make money where the actual money is. And that's in the best-selling manga in history, man. You got Jerry Gerald the giraffe working at Toys R Us, man. And he came over to the best-selling manga in history. Now that's what I call signing a GOAT contract, Oda. That's what I call signing a deal. That's my boy, dog. Always bring in the big moves. Hey, where can we find this island? There were a bunch of different ones. And we had them both out here on the seas. And I really like the way the water's drawn. It's still keeping like that fairy tale type of Japanese illustration water vibe to it. That's right, there's more than 5 islands in this world. There are that many? I'm hungry. Yeah. Damn it, Owano is horrible. And we see them, did they finally wash up on... No, they're being hanged. Is that Kawamatsu on the right? It's gotta be the boy, dog! Yeah, I have nothing to do with them. I'm a Kappa! A Kappa's still a demon, though. Doggone, we should never have gone out to sea. We shouldn't have come here. Our family, yeah, right. A cat monster, a dog monster, and a Kappa. Is this beach cursed? Burn them at the stake. And it's like to them, they see these individuals, especially in Wano, where this place is so closed off from the rest of the world. The concept of something existing out there, like an animal that talks, they'd probably say those things are blasphemous. They start burning those things at the stake on the Salem witch trial stuff. You feel me? So that's what they think it is. But they think this is witchcraft on some human echo stuff, dog. Geez, phew. Now I have enough ingredients to make tonight's Oden. Yo, look at my boy Oden. Look, bro, this man caught a level 99 Magikarp talking about some view. Phew! Just finished waxing a 99 overall Magikarp. Now I have enough ingredients to make tonight's Oden. We see Kawamatsu crying, we see Inu crying, we see Neko crying, we see everybody just laughing it up, man. And you see Oden getting a little pissed off here. You all should be ashamed. Yo, he ended up waxing all of them. He ended up boxing them all on sight. Being afraid of those who look different only highlights your ignorance. Yo, being afraid of those who look different only highlights your ignorance. Yo, somebody put that on a plaque, dog. How dare you bully a bunch of kids? Disgraceful. Now then, Sarabada. Yo, what is that about? You're leaving us like this? Burning the stake? Kuri Castle. What? Why did you bring these monsters here, Sir Oden? They followed me. These monsters. And you see that I actually brought them back with them. Of course he did, man. Yo, I'm still stressing. They could put Neko, Inu, and Kawamatsu as, like, toys. And I guarantee people would buy them at the droves, man. I mean, they look like straight-up Pokemon characters. Thank you for helping us back there. Huff, puff. Yeah, we were already starving when we were almost beaten to death. Purr, nyat, nyat, nyat. This is so hot, there's no way I can eat it. Right there, Mink Tribe Inuyasha, Mink Tribe Nekomamushi. This is hard to believe they really are talking animals. And you see Kinemon just shook, dog. He's like, yo, I can't believe they're actually speaking. And is that, I believe that's Kiku right there, right on the bottom right. The Ming Tribe, my father mentioned it to me. No, that might not be Kiku, that might be Izo. Well, one of the two, it's gotta be one of the two. My father mentioned it to me. Yeah, I bet he did. An inscription in our country mentions our bond, too. You're our family. And now you're our savior as well still. And you just see them going absolutely in on the food, man. As they deserve it, dog. After being out on the seas for an extremely long time, and they had absolutely nothing to eat, feed them. Feed them at any cost. I may be hungry, but this is way too hot. And you see him just flip over the food. See, in that situation, Oden's probably like, who does this dude think he is? I ate a pot that was steaming. It was still being cooked. Oden ate food while it was still being cooked. I mean, that thing was salsando ahí and everything, man. It had adobo and it was up in the air. There was flames. My boy was still eating with bare hands. Talking about something, this is way too hot. Ain't nothing too hot. For Oden, I guarantee you, Oden would be the one dude who faces off against the Mera Mera no Mi, regardless of whether it's Ace or Sabo using it, and he'll tank every single attack, dog. Entei? My boy eats that junk for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I'm saying? Stop that, Nekomushi. I have a cat's tongue. Wah ha ha ha. Hey, cat. Oden would not be Oden if it is not boiled and eaten hot. Facts. Fact. Hey, that's a really, really cool line. And really fitting for his name, too. You see Kawamatsu right here knocked out. This is yummy. And what are you meant to be? And you see, he even has like one of those faces. I always call it the Madhouse face because it's a very prevalent thing that they do in Chihaya food in Hunter x Hunter, where they give the character like this slump face, like on some Alucard Chihaya stuff or whatever, and with like the eyes you can't see them, which is dark lines. My mother and I drifted to this country after our ship sank. When we asked for help, people threw stones at us because we were fishmen. Yo, man. I don't think, is that the first time that that we got a confirmation that the Kawamatsu is actually a fishman? I don't remember because y'all know how much I love Kawamatsu. So ever since his initial introduction, I've just been so enamored with the fact that we have a character who's a wrestling samurai. And his design is so beast. That's been like my main thing when it comes to Kawamatsu. And then I remember the Fox story and I'm like, yo, I love this guy even more. So... dang, but if it would make sense if he is a fishman, just based on the whole origins of the Kappa and whatnot. My mother was injured, so we were unable to return home. With her dying breath, my mother told me fishmen are always discriminated against in this world. You would be more likely to survive if you claimed to be a Kappa. That's new information. That is new information. So he calls himself a Kappa, so that of course people will fear him. It's a famous story, whether it's fictional or non-fictional. You know, the legendary Kappa and whatnot, right? So his mom thought light years at him. I mean, his mom had a galactic brain. His mom would be a great character in Legend of the Galactic Heroes, talking about some thinking super far into the future. You will be more likely to survive if you claim to be a Kappa. So he's actually a fishman, but in order to survive, he claimed to be a Kappa, man. Yo, that's actually really, really dope, and that explains how a Kappa how a fictional or a mythical creature could exist in a world like this. Like that's actually really, really dope. So now I am Kawamatsu the Kappa. I live off of the leftovers others throw away. My boy, dog. That makes me like you even more. I am so grateful. Not only did you save me, but you fed me delicious food, too. Though that sounds some Luffy stuff, and you see him right here bowing before Oden. I'll never forget what you did for me today. Oh no, I forgot my manners. I wasted all that food. And now you're acting like an adult. And you have Inarashi's messing with him, as he should. You know, that's the rivalry. I'm sorry, Kappa. I'll be finish it. You see them both munching. It's still too hot. And Nekakusa spits it out. What an interesting cat. Hey, cat. Meeting you guys has made me realize that there are many creatures in the world I have yet to see. Now I'm really excited for my next voyage. Take care. Yo, and you know that, like, excites him from an adventure standpoint because now, especially in a place like Wano, right, where they're not able to really know what's truly out there. I mean, for example, right, when it comes to Luffy's abilities, they see that stuff as magic. Like, they look at him stretching, like, how in the Flying Flagners is he doing that? And so, in a place like this, where you're in such a restricted environment, I know this because, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us who grew up in that sort of like restrictive type of upbringing, of like not really being able to see much, very conservative, whatnot, and a lot of us are mainly have to, what we have to go on is television, books, you know, comics, movies, and our imagination. And so in Wano's case, though, they only go off of the newspapers, because it's newspapers that are in a house, so they're just knowing what's in Wano, and or like stories, like mythical stories or whatnot, because they're not getting any information from outside. There's no one coming in and or out of Wano, you know what I'm saying? And Orochi was the first, or no, not Orochi, Oden, flipping Orochi, Oden was the first one to really break that mold. So that's actually really cool that he says it in that way. Because, like, he sees these talking animals like Flagnars. This world must be incredible. Like, to see stuff like that. Like, just imagine. I mean, Oden, I would imagine that whenever he probably went with Roger to Sky Island. You know, and being the one to really inscribe it into the poneglyphs there and whatnot. So, just being able to experience something like a Sky Island when you're coming from a place like Wano. Like, that must be absolutely incredible. Yo, that's a really, really cool story. of coming from a place where you don't know stuff like that, and just being able to truly appreciate the wonders of the world that that a lot of other people take for granted. Which is why I love Shirahoshi's story so much, like that chapter 905, where she was able to truly appreciate the sunlight, the clouds, the sky. Be like, Flagnards, what a beautiful sight, because she never sees it, and stuff we take for granted every single day, you know. And I always appreciate stuff like that because it makes you appreciate the stuff that you normally don't. Next page. No, let us stay here, Gua. You didn't even ask us. We don't want to leave. And you see them all stretching out to Oden's face like kids. This group keeps getting bigger. Well, considering her strength, and you have right here Kiku, looks like messing around with Nekomamushi. You have Kawamatsu right here on the right with Inarashi. And then Raizo's rolling on top. Well, considering their strength, it should be fine, but we are running low on funds. You lent more money to that Orochi fellow, right? Why do you keep doing that? You lent more money to Orochi. Oh, well, even though he is on his own now, he used to work for Yasui, so I cannot just leave him to die. Yo, even in, like, the smallest stuff like that, I ran into this guy once, and he worked for Yasui, and I'm just not gonna let him die, so I'm gonna support him as much as I can, even though he barely knows the fellow, bro. That's the type of dude that Oden is, man. So, Orochi left Yasui. I was under the assumption that Orochi was gonna stay under Yasui for a very, very long time. But then again, a couple years did pass since the last chapter. So I guess it makes sense that he's off on his own now. Tiptoe, slow and steady. Look at Conjuro. Bro, just look at Conjuro, dog. I mean, I know Raizo looks like a troll, but look at Conjuro in the back, dog. I don't know if it's because of just, I'm so used to seeing Conjuro, excuse me, in the way, in the way that he usually dresses. And not only that, the last chapter really made me appreciate his hustle. I mean, yo, Conjuro is the Gary V of One Piece, dog. My guy is real deal out here hustling and flipping, right? I've never heard of a hustle like Conjuro's, bro. To sell hair? Yo, my dude be plucking hair from other people and selling that junk on the streets, man. As brushes! What a sicko. Tiptoe, slow and steady. This is the essence of walking like a ninja. We can do this. Yasui is no big deal. And you have, oh snap, it even recognizes that Yasui is like one of like the top tiers in that area. That's dope. Hakumai. Why were you trying to steal so much of the money? Because Sir Oden needed money. If you were going to execute us, then get it over with already, you hedgehog. That damn Oden. He sure recruited some odd characters. I will give you the money you tried to steal. And you have every single last one of them right here in the back stressed in hard. Wait, Lord Yasui, if you do that, how come I run out of... And on top of that, take this too, use it wisely. Even more? Are you being serious? Is something wrong with you, or is this some sort of trap? Do you love Oden? Yo, what a question. Do you love Oden? If you do, then use this money to dress properly, yo. Because do you know who you're representing when you're out here? You're representing the legend. You're representing the man who represents all of us. You repping Oden out here, dog, so you better go out there and dress for success. These do not suit you. These do not suit us at all. Learn some manners. Sesha! And he's already Kiku learning to or already having that what is like the right word for it's not really a dialect. It's like, because y'all know how it is in Japan, like there's certain things like watashi means something different than something else. Hey, I learned that because of Human Echo, dog. Shout out to Human Echo, man, for teaching me more Japanese than anything else for Tommy. But anyways, Kiku, y'all watch the episode, man. I don't have to explain it, dog. Sesha is Sesha, man. Wrong, it has to come from the gut like this. Sesha, buy some books and fill yourselves with knowledge and wisdom. If hoodlums like you were to become the retainers of Oden as you are now, nah, bro, they had to go get educated. They had to go buy some books, learn about all the history, knowledge, gain some wisdom. Because if they're going to be the retainers of Kozuki Oden, people are going to judge Oden based on his retainers. That's normally how it is, you know. They see the underlings, they see the individuals that surround Oden and say, man, if Oden surrounds himself with really awesome individuals, then he himself must be incredible. That's the way it normally works when it comes to a captain and like the people that surround them. That's why we all hype up Shanks so much. Or at least that's why I hype up Shanks so much. Because Shanks in himself is such a hype character, but when you have, like in chapter 957, a character where they specify, they didn't do that for anyone else, but they specify that on Shanks' crew you have legends like Beckman, Rue, and Yasop. And you're like, bro, if they are specifying those legends and they're under Shanks, that's why I love scenes whenever they hype up Sanji and Zoro, where they're like, man, these dudes are GOAT. What about the captain? And I love scenes like that, man. So it's really cool to have them, really trying to better themselves because they realize who it is that they're representing. If hoodlums like you were to become the retainers of Oden you are right now, you would just bring shame to his name. And you see all of them truly, and you even see them using chopsticks now instead of using their hands. Lord Oden, we bid you a good morning. This deep-fried tofu is simply exquisite. They even changed their manner of speaking. Why are you lots acting so strangely? It is so creepy. He will one day be the Shogun of Wano, bro. Coming straight from Yasui himself. And the people who will support him through it all must be the best samurai in the entire country. A servant's duty is to protect their master. All of you must make yourselves the capital's, no, the entire country's guardians. Yo, facts, man. Straight up facts, because, and I guess it comes from like the whole Gintama thing, but the individuals that serve under a person like that, especially in that era and that time period of Japan, they really were loyal to their retainers. Were really loyal to the shoguns, and of course, you have classic instances of betrayal and whatnot. But those people that were loyal, they were loyal, man. They were 110% loyal, at least from what I've read on. Right, I don't know all of it, but from what I've seen. 3 years later, another 3 years? 30 years from the present, the flower capital. I heard that the daimyo of Kuri and his followers will be visiting the capital. Wahaha! Be sure to hide your money to avoid getting robbed. Lord Oden and his retainers are thugs, after all. Yeah, I love how they still refer to him as thugs. Bro, the pig! And you see that he's got stitches going down his thing from where Oden cut him. So Oden cut him in half, but he still left him intact. The pig, bro. That's Preston Pig's pops, dog, or Peppa Pig's pops. Well, one of them. It's either Peppa Pig's grandfather or it's Preston Pig's father. I don't know. It's someone's, bro. Wait there, Mr. Mountain. Oink, oink, oink. Yo, if you hear that oink, you better run, man. Mountain Junior. Mountain Junior? Get in the crate. Is that what they call this pig? Mountain Junior? Like Mountain from Game of Thrones? You remember Mountain? Mountain Junior. Look, the party from Kuri has arrived. Huh? Oh my. What, they are his samurai. Were Oden's retainers always so dignified? Bro, they're saying, yo, were these dudes always looking so nice? Were these dudes always, acting in our, like their posture and stuff like that? Like, were they always like this? Were they always this beast? Were Oden's retainers always so dignified? My eyes must be deceiving me. It almost looks like a shogun's procession. And you have an amazing panel of all the squad surrounding them and Oden on top chilling inside, man. Yo, this is an amazing panel. This right here is a panel of the flashback level panel. And what I mean by that is, whenever somebody, let's just say years down the line, makes a discussion video talking about the flashback, Oden's flashback. I mean, this of course is only based on what we know now, but y'all know how normally when it comes to the Nolan Kagara flashback, they always use like that same spread with Kagara and Nolan laughing with each other. Having a fun time. Usually, whenever for a thumbnail or to express the Nolan and Kagara flashback. Like usually, I always see that picture being used when I talk about how much they love the flashback on Twitter or on Tumblr, on YouTube and whatnot. So I could definitely see this panel right here being used in the future for stuff like that, man. Like, yo, I love Oden's flashback and use this picture to represent it. But look at Kawamatsu in the front, dog, as he should. As he should. The majestic and dignified appearance on the samurai. And we get to see Kinemon right here. I didn't even realize that he dyed his hair black and is the Kinemon that we know today. Right here. And of course, this all happened over 3 years. We get to see Izo and Kiku right here as well. We'll basically see all of them, but, seeing them all a little bit older and whatnot. The majestic and dignified appearance of the samurai, their commanding presence could take your breath away. Their commanding presence could take your breath away, dog. The onlookers were in such awe that some may have even dropped down to their knees. Yo, Dad! Oden, you have grown into a fine man indeed, bruh. You see, that's so inspirational, man. For so many of us that deal with that type of situation, to see an individual who, I mean, bro, this man disowned Oden. This man stated that he does not want Oden to bear the name, bro. That's basically what disowning means. Like, I don't want anything to do with this guy, bro. Look at how much crap he's done. I ain't dealing with all that nonsense. Let him go do it on his own. And Oden has built up such an incredible thing. He has become such a fine man that he has welcomed him back with open arms, saying, what a fine man you have grown into, bro. That's very, very inspirational, man. That is Oden greatness right there, dog. Everyone is shocked. If I have become a fine man, it is thanks to you. But I'm not sure I've changed one bit. Yeah, that classic Oden charisma. I cannot believe you are thanking me. What do you look so outraged? Right? He's pissed off. He's like, yo, why are you thanking me? Oden came to visit after hearing his father had taken ill. Oh, you have Orochi right here. Is Orochi serving directly under his pops? Bro, whenever I was in the podcast with Zoro and Matt a couple of weeks ago, one of them stated, I think it was on that podcast, one of them stated that Orochi possibly killed the pops, which, now that I think about it, I think they said that, right? Didn't they say that in the anime or in the latest chapter? I think I don't remember. All I know is that if that is a shoot, then I guess it makes sense after this. But after seeing his father's energy, his worries disappeared. However, this was the last time the two would ever speak. And there we go. The answer to my question, right in front of my face. This was the last time the two would ever speak. The same year, Port Itachi, we climbed up. Is that? Yo! Bro! What is Oda thinking? What is Oda thinking dropping Shirohige? No, wait a minute. What is Oda doing showing Shirohige? Yo! Bro, I'm stressing. I saw Whitebeard before I saw the Moby Dick, and that joke is huge. Dude, yo, is that Marco? Bro, you got the whole squad here. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yo, this is actually really, really cool. Captain of the Whitebeard Pirates, Edward Nuke. Bro, see Whitebeard in the flesh again, man. That's the boy. You see the long flowing hair going down. Yo, look at his cape. Greatness, man. That's awesome. Look at Jozu, bro. Damn, Jozu's been with them for a very, very long time. We climbed the waterfall, didn't we? So why is there a sea and an island up here? I can sense that there are other humans nearby. Pops. Oh, yeah, G. Oh, yeah, G. It'll take a week to finish the repairs. The cargo hold flooded, so provisions are as good as gone. We'll need to head out to find supplies. Any volunteers? Basically, everyone were tired of sitting around. Lord Oden went to the coast? We're gonna see the meeting. Lord Oden went to the coast? Why did you let him? We must stop him. There was a pirate ship that was spotted at Port Itachi. They apparently look different from other pirates. Their ship is supposed to be huge too. They must be pretty strong. Y'all don't even know, bro. This is the world's strongest man. Well, not this time. That belonged to Roger. But the current, not even now. 2 years ago, when the Whoopee series first started, that was the world's strongest man, dog. This is terrible. He must have gone and chased them off. If that is the case, it might not be so bad. Hey, all of you, stand back. Something's coming. Something incredible. So this is the pirate ship. Congratulations on making it here. You must have traversed all that terrible weather in the waterfall. I've been waiting for you. This doesn't look good. Bro, is he gonna box him on sight? That man, he ain't boxing him on sight, dog. Hey, Bro, Oden is out here real deal on his Luffy stuff. That man was talking while running. He said, yo, I want the smoke. This is how bad I want the smoke, dog. I'm gonna talk to you while running towards you, and in the middle of running towards you, I'm pulling out my blade. And yo, whoever bring out the glaive, because he's like, yo, he wants the smoke, let's go. And you see them clash. Dude, that's massive big meat energy. Look at Oden, bro. Yo, Oden and Whitebeard out here clashing. You see the King's hockey, the cracks in the air. That's awesome sauce, man. And then look at up here. Up here, you see all of them just flying off into the back. Like, yo, we can't handle all of this pressure. My name is Kozuki Oden. We may not know each other, but I want you to let me join your crew. History starts today. Bro, what a way to end the chapter. And there's no break next week. Dude, I was gonna say at the end of the chapter that I really wanted to, or whenever this video ended, that I don't think next week, or it's gonna be very, very hard for me to make a video next Friday. Just based on, because I'm gonna have so much family over next Friday. But screw all that, dog. We're gonna have to make some time. We're gonna have to set apart 20 to 30 minutes next week, dog, because there's no way I am missing the legendary fated meeting between Whitebeard and Oden. Are you kidding me, dog? Yo, Oden came out here and dog, he's out here clashing. He's out here clashing with Shidohige. He's out here clashing with Newgate. He's out here clashing with Edward. Yo, Oden's a legend, man. Straight up. My name is Oden. Yo, we may not know each other, but let me join you. Let me join. I just want to see the world, dog. Yo, that's amazing, dude. And this is, bro, this is prime Shidohige. This is 30 years ago, Whitebeard. 30 years. You know that this man was on another level. This was whenever he was boxing Roger daily. And you're telling me that Oden is out here giving him tough time? I know it's just a clash. It's not like he's taking him to the next level. But bro, there's a clash here of King's Hockey. There's a clash. Whitebeard said something dangerous is coming, dog. Yo, Oden, dude. That's awesome, man. And we know, based on the legends and based on how they've spoken about him, that Whitebeard really, really respects Oden, man. Like, Whitebeard really loved that man. And Roger did as well. So in order to gain the respect of those two, you know this man had to have been a GOAT. And so far he is. Dog, see Whitebeard in the chapter again, man. Like, yo, that's amazing vibes. That's great energy right there, man. Great stuff. I'm so happy Oda decided to include this in this week's chapter. I was already really loving this week's chapter just based on seeing where all of the members of Oden's retainers are truly coming into their own. They're coming into their own. They're letting go of what they were in the past, trying to become something better in order to better the future because they know who they're representing. And the fact that you end off the chapter with Oden and Whitebeard, great way to end the chapter. This might be my favorite chapter in the flashback so far. It just might be because it just felt so complete. You know, we were able to see so many different things that make so many, or that has made this flashback so great so far. When it comes to seeing the characters and how they would come into what we know them as today, to see Oden's true greatness on store both right here in terms of the way that he is, and earlier on the chapter as well, and just it was really cool seeing the Shogun's procession and having all the members strolling through with Oden, having the greatness with Inarashi, Nekomamushi, and Kawamatsu the Kappa. Kawamatsu actually being a fishman and being protected by his mom, saying, "Yo, pretend that you're a Kappa so that you don't get discriminated against." Like, yo. Amazing stuff, man. I really enjoyed this week's chapter. Cannot wait. Yo, look at Whitebeard. Bro, it's Whitebeard and Oden clashing in a living battle, dude. That's awesome. Living flat. See, normally I would be mad if the chapter ended right there, but I feel like this chapter was filled with so much stuff. Oh, Oda, perfect way to end the chapter. Perfect way to end the chapter. This madman ends the chapter with a Whitebeard and Oden clash, man. That is GOAT. That is fire, man. And like knowing what his bounty was, or that would grow way later on. But the two dudes with the highest bounties in the history of this verse, well, pirates. I still think Dragon has the highest bounty, but the two dudes with the highest bounty in terms of pirates respected this one man, bro. Now I'm wondering, will next week will we see them continuing to clash, and Whitebeard will be really hesitant of them joining? And also, we have to pay mind to what Oda said in the box, that it'll be the last time that he and his father would ever meet, which I'm going to assume that means that Orochi already did his thing right there, right? So, with that being said, I think that he more than likely is going to head off with them probably next chapter, and then we'll probably... Oh my God. Bro, if we actually get I don't even care. I don't care if it's just panels. I don't care if it's a whole chapter. I don't care if it's several chapters. If we get to see this man Oden on Whitebeard's crew going on an adventure for at least a few panels, yo, that'll be so good, dude. Especially if he goes out and he meets Roger Unsey. Nah, that's too much. That's too much, man. Yo. When that stuff right here gets animated, I'm gonna be losing my mind. I'm gonna be losing my mind, dude. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Yo, R.I.P. to Whitebeard's Japanese voice actor, because I know he passed away just recently. And it's just like I said on Twitter that day, his legend will always live on through people like, you know, in King Lightning in his videos, he puts the Jitsu Zaisuru and stuff like that, because that moment is so iconic in the series that his legacy, at the very least when it comes to One Piece, will always live on through Whitebeard and through that character, because we will always think back to him, that speech, and how GOAT he was in Marineford throughout that entire thing, man. So he will forever live on there, man. And just like I said, right now, whenever I saw him and I thought back to it, I was like, man, it's like he truly was a legend, that voice actor, man. But man, awesome chapter this week. This was a fantastic sauce of a chapter. I adored this chapter. Definitely my favorite one of the flashbacks so far, and I look forward to seeing more. Cannot wait for next week. Next week's chapter is going to be a lot of fun. I can already feel it. Like I said, I was going to come on here at the end and say, dog, next week's going to be really, really hard to make a video, so I might have to save it until... It's gonna be even harder on Saturday, so I'll probably say Sunday. But no, screw that, bro. I don't care if I have to stay up all night. I don't care if I come home at a certain time and everybody's like, whatever. I'm like, dog, y'all better keep it quiet for 30 minutes because I'm reading the GOAT. I'm reading the GOAT. So I will see y'all next week, man. Y'all have an awesome of a day. Take care. One Piece greatness. We got Whitebeard in the chapter, man. What more do I need, bro? That's a Whitebeard and Oden. Amazing stuff, man. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace out. You know that the end of a chapter is hype when my main talking point is not Kawamatsu the Kappa. That is how you know a chapter is awesome sauce, man. Y'all have a great one. Peace out. One Piece greatness, man.